Back at it again from last year. This one's going to be a little bit different. Talk about it. You get to play against New Mexico State.
Of course, everybody knows New Mexico State, one of the biggest rivalries ever. And just some of the guys that's coming back to play. Wendell, you got Young. I mean, just some great players that play for New Mexico State. And then you got the Lobos with JR. You got Rocho. You got Danny Granger coming back. It's going to be a fantastic game.
What's it like? Because you get to play with some guys that you really didn't play with when you stepped in here college-wise. What's it like to be able to step together and play all together?
Man, it's good because you hear stories and you see film and things like that. But, I mean, to actually get out there to play with them, I mean, it's crazy. It's like, you know, playing a video game and you making creative players and doing all that stuff, but you get a chance in real life to go, you know, play with some of the legends that you heard about that, you know, paved the way for you. So it's great.
Impossible for some people who aren't from Albuquerque or played here. They don't really know what the pit is like. Last year you had told me that you kind of got chills again and goosebumps just being back in the pit and hearing it loud again. What's that like?
Man, words can't even describe. Of course, you know, my injury put me out and not being able to play in those last games, you know, with my teammates. I feel like, you know, I get a second chance to just, you know, go out there in front of the fans and just give them a good show, you know, get that chill, run down the pit and just, man, it's just crazy. As I think about it now, I'm getting chills. It's
one of the best point guards that we've had, and a lot of people will say that. And then right after you graduating, also you got to play with him. A lot of people think Kendall Williams is one of the best point guards that we've had. You guys go head-to-head right now. Who's going to get that W? One-on-one basketball, old school rules.
I don't think the game will finish. I don't think, because, I mean, of course, we're two different players, but our competitive nature is just crazy. So it might end up in a fight. It might end up in a wrestling match, like two brothers going at it. So I'm going to have to leave that one out there. I'm going to leave it out there.
A lot of people thought that you probably could have stepped on and played for our football team, just your aggressive nature and how you get to the hole. Did you ever play?
I played football in high school, strong safety. I love football. That was actually my favorite sport at one point in time, but you know, I switched over to basketball. I think I could have played. I actually wanted to try, but I had, you know, different people telling me this, telling me that, so I didn't get a chance to. But football was my favorite sport at one time.
Well, that ended up working out pretty well for you in basketball, wouldn't you say?
It did. It did. It was a good choice. It was a good choice to come to New Mexico. You know, everybody knows the story, me not knowing anything and just coming out here on faith with Coach Alfred and Coach Neal, but it was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You expect this game to be really competitive?
I'm trying to fill it out. We've actually been talking, you know, between each other, New Mexico State and the Lobos, so I think, you know, maybe at the beginning it'll be, you know, a little loose, but, you know, towards the end it might tighten up a little bit.
I appreciate it, man. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a ton.
Already.